And Grace and I are back. Talking some serious business, mother-daughter stuff. Both of us saying goodnight to Matt. David.
I was interrogated.
You weren't interrogated. She's dramatic.
Oh, yeah, I'm not dramatic.
Yes, you are. Alright, Grace found some questions she wants us to go over. I want to go over some movies in the movie case, but Grace says she wants to do more questions. What are you most self-conscious about? So it can be body, personality. Do you want to go first or me?
Body.
Huh?
Body.
Oh, you're most self-conscious about your body in general, or?
In general, yes. Get off the table!
What am I most self-conscious about? I think people liking me more. Yeah. I think I'm most self-conscious about people liking me, and then my body, I guess. I've always been judged by my size because I have several sisters, which most people know. But a lot of people would always refer to me as, if I was being talked about, they'd be like, "Oh, that's the big sister, right?" And that's kind of asshole-ish, even if I was bigger from 1 point onward. But yeah. Yes, Mom was talked about. My weight got talked about a lot. What is the most embarrassing picture of you? Do you want to go first or me?
I don't really know, so you would.
Well, you have to go through all the photos. Most embarrassing picture of me? Honestly, we don't have them. But I know Matt took pictures of me when we were teenagers. Just go take her off. And I had a stuffed husky. All I'm going to say is I don't think anything was showing, but Matt took pictures of me. And the people at Walmart said they couldn't develop them, but we're pretty sure the people that were working there did develop them. So somebody somewhere in Stephenville has photos of me as a teenager with a husky. So I would say those would probably be the most embarrassing. What would you do if you were the opposite sex for a month? If I was the opposite sex for a month? I mean, my instinct is to say, like, do the helicopter and do the old...
I would walk around shirtless.
Walk around shirtless.
Like, free the titty.
If I had a whole month...
2 months.
It says a month.
This is 2.
Opposite sex for a month. I think I'd show other men how to properly treat a woman. What is something you have stolen? Guys, what haven't I stolen? Mr. Noodles from Hutch's convenience store in St. Martin's. Peanuts from Hutch's store. I stole packs of gum and chocolate bars from I don't know if it's Ultramar or whatever now, that corner store that was across from Walter's house. I've stolen school snacks from kids in elementary school. I stole a loonie from someone's house on Nason Road. I stole cigarettes from Nan. I think that's, yeah. You? Have you stole? Now it's time. You pick this list. I just named off a bunch. You can't get in trouble now. I can't get in trouble now, Mom.
Let's see, I've stolen at least $25.
$25?
Yes.
From who?
My friend.
Really?
Yeah.
Recently?
Not recently. Back then.
How did you steal $25?
I snuck it from the pocket when they weren't looking.
Did they know their money was missing?
Nope. They thought that they just left it somewhere.
Really?
I never came clean. I've stolen one of my friend's hoodies. Let's see what else. I think I stole a random bracelet. It was just plastic though.
Well, it doesn't matter if it was plastic. Stealing's still stealing, right?
Yeah.
Huh.
I've stolen a book. Someone's homework so I could cheat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What is the most childish thing you still do? I mean, I'm still childish, especially with Matt. The two of us are. What do I do that's childish?
Randomly dance.
Randomly dance? Is that childish though?
What kind of?
I mean, I roughhouse at Matt. I still play games. I mean, I still sing music. I don't know. What do you do that's still childish? I mean, you are still a child. But like, what do you do that you would consider like even childish, more childish than what you do now? What's that?
The whole thing I used to do when I was younger. No, let's see what it was.
Have you ever let someone take the blame for something you did?
I'm the one that takes the blame, usually.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same. I know I've taken the blame a lot, and not necessarily me be like, oh, it was me, just somebody. I would automatically get blamed for a lot of things that I didn't actually do. And then I'd get grounded. A lot of stuff I got the blame for that I did not do. But it didn't matter if you told the truth or not. What do most of your friends think about you that is totally untrue? Is there anything that your friends might think about you that's not true?
I'm a bad person.
That you're a bad person?
Yeah.
Your friends think you're a bad person? Really?
Yeah, because I'm weird.
But being weird
I
doesn't...
think that I'm fat means that I'm a glutton.
Really?
Yeah.
So they told you that?
Yeah.
I don't have any. I was like... I don't know. I don't have any friends. Who here would you most like to make out with? There's nobody here right now. Maybe Matt if he was home. I guess Grace would make out with her imaginary friend.
I don't have one. If someone, I'm not naming them, that was here, I would.
Jacob?
Ew, no! He's like 30.
He's not 30.
He's 30.
One, he is too old for you, but he's 19.
He's not only 19. Jeez. He looks like an old man.
Jacob, David's best friend, he came in. He's got like... I never seen a 19-year-old white
Like
boy
7 foot.
with a full, intact beard, man.
He looks like he's 30.
I mean, Jacob's the kid who the first time I met him, and he talked, and I was like, whoa, like, he's got a deep voice. He's had a deep voice since forever. Anyways, no, Jacob's only 19. He was just here, and David was like, well, she came out, and he's like, whose ugly ass friggin' flip-flops? And Jacob came down here with flip-flops and socks on a skateboard from his place. Him and David just don't know how to dress,
That's
man.
an average golf dad.
Like, what lie have you told that hurt someone?
Ooh.
What lie have you told that hurt someone? In my adult life, I don't believe I've told a lie that hurt someone. Generally speaking, my rule of thumb after growing up, there's no point in really lying because your lies usually get found out. What about a teenager? Did I tell a lie as a teenager that hurt someone? Like making up a lie about somebody? Somebody would have to point something out to me, to be honest. Because my brain is blah. Off the top of my head, I can't think of a lie that I've told someone that hurt them. Have you told a lie to anybody that hurt them?
No, but I have made Chloe cry multiple times.
Alright, okay. Have you ever cheated or been cheated on? I trust Matt, so I'm going to say no to me being cheated on. But I know I told Matt when I was 17, I kissed somebody. I will never say who I kissed. Somebody, it's not a justification, but somebody asked me for a hug and I said sure, and then a kiss happened, and then it was like, no, and then that was weird. Is that cheating? I don't know. We weren't married or engaged. We didn't even have David or anything like that, but I told Matt I kissed somebody, so. Grace hasn't cheated on anybody.
I've been cheated on.
Can you really consider it cheating when you're your age?
Yes.
Okay.
Above the age of 11, I think, it is considered you are legally allowed to have a girlfriend or boyfriend, legally, but you cannot be engaged until you're around 15, and you can't be married till 18 or above.
Okay. What is the meanest you have been to someone that didn't deserve it? When Grace B's mean to me and I don't deserve it because she takes out emotions on me.
Oh no, Danny.
Danny was mean to you?
No, I was absolutely rude to her.
Really?
Yes.
But I seen the opposite.
She was rude to me, but I was rude to her because she couldn't understand when I said, I don't want to hang out with you today because I'm hanging out with Chloe. She wouldn't buzz off. And she would tell the teachers, they won't let me play with them. And I would be like, why are you crying?
No, I mean like you actually being mean to somebody when they didn't deserve it. You're saying...
I told her to F off.
You guys were like grade 3.
Yeah, I knew a lot of curse words. I would tell her to F off when I got absolutely frustrated with her because she wouldn't understand my words. No!
What is the meanest? This has popped into my brain a few times. One of my childhood friends who I'm still friends with, she's on my Facebook.
Did you fart?
No. For whatever reason, I remember I told her she was fat when we were little, and she didn't deserve that. I think I got grounded for that too. We were living on Nason Road. It would be easy to figure out which of my good friends I was mean to for no reason. What is something that people think you would never do, but you have? I think there's things that people probably think I would never do, and I probably have. And I'm not going to say what they are. What's something that people wouldn't think you would do, but you probably have?
Hurt someone.
Hurt someone?
Yes.
Like physically or emotionally?
Physically.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, so you have hurt somebody physically?
Yes.
Who?
Chloe, I slapped her. Hard, too.
Yeah?
Like, it was a full-on.
Why?
Because she got on my nerves so badly, and she wouldn't understand what I was trying to say. She wouldn't listen. She wouldn't say anything, so I slapped her.
You know, you're supposed to keep your hands to yourself, which we'll be talking about that again.
To be fair, she did pull my hair and shove me to the ground in my room.
What was the worst encounter you had with a police officer? Well, you haven't had any. Have you had any encounters with police officers?
During an assembly. I've talked to one.
Okay, that's an assembly. Okay, do you want story time? There was this one time.
Don't take forever.
It won't. One time we were living in the roundhouse in Hampton Road or whatever. I was supposed to be sleeping over at Tabitha's, but what did we say? I think, how did this story go? Is this the same night or a different night? There was one time, anyways, I was supposed to be staying at Tabitha's. Tabitha and I went from school to hanging out at the mall after school with my then boyfriend, Corey Miller, and our friend Richie. Was Shaylin with us too? Possibly. She possibly was. She possibly was not. I don't know what happened, but I got asked if I would go back to Richie's with Richie and Corey, and like we hang out. And Tabitha was telling me, like, listen, my dad is on his way to get us now. Like, we got to go back. Otherwise, you're stuck here till maybe tomorrow. Maybe my dad can come back and get you. And I was like, okay, cool, whatever. Me, my dumb ass, I went with Corey and Richie to Richie's place. We were all the same age. These weren't older guys. Like, we were all in high school. So it was all fine and dandy. Tabitha, and I think Shay was there too. They got a ride back from town, back to St. Martin's home. And I was with Corey and Richie at Richie's house. It got late and stuff like that. We weren't doing anything or that, just hanging out stuff. Richie and Corey already knew that I was stuck in town and I literally had no place to go. So Richie's mom said I had to leave, and they're like, okay. And they tried to pretend that I did leave, when in reality they like set up like a camping thing downstairs and had me hiding in it. And Richie's mom knew I was in there, and she was like, no, you guys aren't doing this. Like, she's got to go. So Corey and Richie told me to meet them at this playground. And they tried to tell me where to go, and I'm horrible with directions. Anyways, I ended up at Simon's High School. Apparently, at some point, a few times, they went out in the neighborhood looking for me at this playground at the area they were in. And they got freaked out because they couldn't find me, so they went back to Richie's. I don't know how long they actually spent trying to find me. We didn't have cell phones, so it's not like they could call me. Anyways, after me, like, waiting a long time at Simon's, I just walked down to the Tim Hortons. I had Corey's jacket and Walkman, and I had some smokes. So, anyways, all I remember from that night is this guy was hanging around. He came in, asked me for a smoke. I think I gave him one, and then he tried several times to get me to go outside, and the girls in Tim Hortons, they kept telling him to leave, and they kept telling me not to go out there with him. I don't know if there were stories of this guy, but something about if I were to go, he'd probably rape me or something like that. Anyways, I fell asleep inside Tim Hortons, and one of the girls brought me coffee and a donut. Next to it, they had me trying to find somebody that I could call in St. Martin's to come get me. I couldn't remember Nan Robichaux's number. I couldn't remember James. I didn't know Walter. So they called the cops. The cops came and picked me up. And they were taking me down to the YMCA. And they were going to drop me off there. I don't know. The cops are kind of rude. So that was my encounter with police. I guess that would be my worst encounter with a police officer. Because they were kind of rude. Maybe because they were just like, what's this punk-ass teenager doing? Anyways, because they were city police and not St. Martin's, they weren't supposed to take me to St. Martin's. They were supposed to take me to the YMCA and drop me off. They got permission to go ahead and take me to St. Martin's. Somehow they found out about Walter. They took me there, and he called Dad, of course. In my mind, it's like, why'd you have to do that? Why couldn't you just let me sleep here, make up a lie or something? And I got grounded for that. I know a bad situation could have happened that night. Tell me about your most awkward date. I've never had an awkward date because I technically never had a date outside of like Matt and I, and none of them have been awkward. You? All right.
Never been on one.
True. What is the silliest thing you have an emotional attachment to? Silliest thing you have an emotional attachment. Do I have an emotional attachment to anything? Do you? Neptune? But he's not a thing. Something
I
that...
don't think of him as a thing. I think of a thing that's anything.
Really?
Yes. I don't know why, but when I do a motion with my hand, I can't stop.
I think my original Bible, which I still have, I think if someone were to take that away from me, I'd probably cry. What is your deepest, darkest fear? Mine's majority of people not going to heaven, not accept
people.
Losing people? Yeah. Tell me about your first kiss. Well, my first kiss was with Randy McAdam, living on Nason Road. So I was 10 or under when I had my first kiss. I was probably like, I don't know, 7, 8.
It's raining.
Full long tongue and everything.
Ooh.
No idea what we were doing. And I'm pretty sure it was on a dirty mattress that was out in the by the garbage bins behind in the parking lot of the building that he was living on.
My first kiss was with Rebecca Brady. It was just before the end of school. We hid behind a bookshelf. Like it was kind of like a corner bookshelf. We hid there. We had a friend cover us with a jacket, and she kissed me.
Nice. Where is the strangest place you have peed? I think that probably in the woods. What did you ask me?
I was just telling you I opened those.
Huh?
I was just telling you I opened those.
Oh.
Strangest, probably a hole. Like at Camp Kiwanis, they had like that like weird shed thing. It was just like a giant wooden seat. With a giant hole in it. Smelled horrible.
Yeah, I wouldn't say like the strangest place. I mean, I peed in the woods and stuff. Who is the person you most regret kissing?
Rebecca Brady.
Okay, I just want to make it very clear. This was another guy that walked me to my grandparents' house, asked me for a hug. I said, sure. And he kissed me. And I regret that should have been like a automatic. Ian Walsh. The crazy Ian, the pick your nose, probably still picks his nose and eats it.
Ooh.
Ian. I regret letting that happen. Have you ever crapped your pants since you were a kid? Yeah. Get out of here, Grace.
That one recent time.
Grace knows. What'd you say?
That one recent time.
Grace said that one recent time.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, I have one time recently.
For me, when I was like 4 years old.
Okay, but since then.
No.
When we say recent, probably within the last 2 months. On one day on my way home from school, Grace was like, poopy pants. Just to be clear, I pooped myself at home thinking it was a fart. It was not. While I was sleeping. Now Matt and Grace hold it over my head. What is the most embarrassing your parents have caught you doing? I think my mom catching me... Well, I don't know. She'd have to tell me. Because I don't remember everything. I know she caught me, like, singing into brushes and stuff. I don't think I've ever been caught masturbating by my mom.
I'm sorry, what?
Well, I mean, lots of parents... I've caught David masturbating. To me, that would probably be the most embarrassing thing. I haven't caught Grace doing anything embarrassing. Not so far. Now, I caught her...
Don't see it.
doing things that she shouldn't be doing and confronted her about them. Which is why there's parental stuff on here. I'm pretty sure you can connect the dots. But to like physically catch her doing something or anything that would be remotely embarrassing, no. What secret about yourself did you tell someone in confidence and then they told a lot of other people? So my most secret things, Matt knows, and he hasn't told a soul. But the second most secret thing, Tiffany knows, and I trust that she hasn't told anybody. Yeah. Have you told anybody a secret that they possibly went and told a bunch of people about?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
So that means you can't trust whoever you told your secret to. Me?
No, not you.
Have you spread, have someone told you a secret and then you went and told everybody? Okay.
I am a trustful person.
Good. When was the most inappropriate time you farted?
During test.
During a test?
Mm-hmm. Actually, no, there were an assembly about, I think, Remembrance Day? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I farted in the middle of the song.
Really?
Yep. And it was loud.
I mean, the most inappropriate time for me would probably be, Matt and I are hitting the hay. But,
Oh, God.
I mean, he's done the same too, and it just turns into us laughing. So, it might be inappropriate, but it's funny. Now, I know a time that would be inappropriate and very embarrassing is probably getting a pap smear and farting. That, I would die. Do you know what a pap smear is?
No.
Okay.
What is it?
I'll tell you what that is. It's something that girls have done. But that would be an inappropriate time. Otherwise, outside of like around Matt, I don't think I've ever farted inappropriately. I know yesterday I farted and David was like, "Did you fart?" And I was like, "Why? Did you hear something?" And he was like, "Wait a minute." He's like, "Did you though?" And I'm sitting here laughing. He's like, "You did too." And I was like, "Well, why did you be like starting to like second guess yourself?" He's like, "Well, actually, I wasn't really sure if it was a fart." And then he was there laughing. What is the scariest dream you have ever had? Ooh, the scariest dream?
Ooh, that was recently.
I mean, I guess the scariest dream I've ever had is me hiding in the cupboards on Nason Road because the dinosaurs from Jurassic Park are running around. You?
I'd rather not say.
Scariest dream? Why?
It was like reality scary.
Oh, reality? Oh, I've had plenty of reality scary.
Otherwise, I haven't really had any.
Why did you break up with your last boyfriend or girlfriend?
Oh, they broke up with me. And I still, to this day, don't know why.
Okay. My last boyfriend before Matt, I broke up with him because he seemed very possessive. I mean, he sat on my chest one time. I couldn't breathe, so I have a problem with people touching my neck or putting too much pressure on my chest now till this day. But yeah, he was seeming possessive. Didn't want me talking to other guys or that. Made me have sex and stuff like that. Or even when I was telling him no and didn't want to and that. So, I mean, to me, those were all legit reasons to break up with him. And then even after telling him we're broken up, he still wouldn't leave me alone. And he jumped off a bridge and landed on both feet in a snowbank, which we laughed at.
not funny.
What?
It's not funny. That's what you should laugh at.
What's that?
That's something you should really laugh at. He tried jumping off a bridge.
The bridge was like this high to the floor.
Oh.
That's why we laughed. He was just trying to, I don't know. He was being weird. When's the last time you peed the bed? I don't think I've ever peed the bed.
Oh, I haven't.
I don't think you have either. Maybe when you were a toddler. What is the stupidest thing you have ever done? Do you want to be done?
No, it's just itchy. I can't talk when I'm itching. There wasn't really anything that stupid that I've done. Except for when I was at Neptune's house the other day, during more at dark. We just went to a park, and I screamed at my top of lungs, "Attention all playground players! Can I get a hi?"
The stupidest thing I've ever done? I'm not sure, but I think letting people take advantage of me is something that I would consider the stupidest thing I've done. What is the grossest thing that has come out of your body? I don't know, poop, blood, a uterus, or not uterus, what do you call that? Placenta? What terrible thing have you done that you lied to cover up? Yeah, same with me.
Just me.
Who have you loved but they didn't love you back? I don't know. I mean, there's people you could easily say, "Oh, I love them." I think a lot of stuff was like infatuation or crushes and stuff like that. Yeah. You, Grace?
Multiple people, but I won't name them.
That's okay. What is something that you have never told anyone?
Well, now if I say it, then I'm going to be telling someone.
Is there anything that I've never told anybody? It's fine. It's still there. No, because Matt knows that. Tiffany knows that. At this point in time, there's legit nothing that I haven't told at least one person. You, Grace?
Nothing comes to mind.
Hey! What?
Get down, rat.
What is the most disgusting habit you have? I can name a few you have. Grace is a nail biter.
Oh, that's not disgusting.
Well, some people call it disgusting.
Oh, and in fact, nail biting actually, kids that have bite their nails actually are known to have a higher immune system.
I used to be a nail biter, but now I just sit here and I peel the skin off my feet, and I
Oh, I eat the corners of my skin.
me too. Dad tries to help me remember to leave my fingers alone. It's a bad habit. It's kind of gross. What was the cruelest joke you played on someone? Personally, I don't think I played a cruel joke on anyone. Sometimes I think one was played on me, and I won't post it on here, but someone who was supposedly a friend.
Okay, if I must come clean with this, I shoved someone into a locker with my friends and we poured water on them.
You did that?
Mm-hmm.
What if...
The bathroom stall.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Why would you do that? You know exactly how you would feel if that was done to you. At the school you're at right now?
Mm-hmm. That was last year.
Last year? That's not cool at all. That is cruel.
To be fair, they showed my head under the bathroom sink and ruined my new pants.
So you're a tit for tat kind of thing.
Yeah. I got that mad that I got mad and my friends were like, I told my friends about them and they were like, oh hey, let's do this. It's not as bad as what they did to you, but it would help you feel a little better.
Hmm.
I was just like...
You should have had second thoughts about that.
I said no, but they were like, oh, come on. I was just like, fine.
What is the most embarrassing thing that you have put up on social media? I used to post all kinds of things on social media. Like nowadays, it's mostly like Bible quotes and stuff like that. Most embarrassing? I can't think of anything embarrassing that I posted on social media. You, Grace?
Nope.
Alright, what bad thing have you done that no one else found out about? That's stealing from the Hutch's store in the Ultramar. You? Remember, kiddo, you picked... Ooh, here's a good one. Do you want to skip that question?
Yeah.
Who has been the biggest influence in your life?
Neptune.
Neptune? Nice. Hopefully they continue to be a good influence in your life. For as long as they're in your life. I have two. Three. I'd say my mom and dad and then my Nan Robishaw. Because I take a lot from both of what I like. So my mom and dad's marriage, my Nan Robishaw, how she was with other people. Things like that. What kind of things really make you laugh? I still laugh at people getting hurt. I try not to, but sometimes, like for instance, on TikTok or Instagram, what's the Olympics called when it's the people with disabilities doing it? Is it the Paralympics? That's probably wrong. They have one with this sick beat song, man. And, I mean, I'm not gonna do it, but he's running on the track. Some of you may have seen this. He's got his walker. I'm trying not to visualize it because I don't want to laugh. But if you guys can imagine, if you've seen this on TikTok or Instagram, where the sick beat's playing and Buddy's running the track and... I don't like the fact that I laugh at stuff like that. Whoever made that, man, shame, shame. Have you seen it? Do you know what one I'm talking about? Yeah? What kind of things really make you laugh? Shower talks at Matt make me laugh.
Children falling on their face.
Kids falling. I mean, there's lots of things that make me laugh, but like Matt points out, he's like, babe, you're sick. He's like, you laugh at some of the stuff that a woman like you should not be laughing at. And I'm like, I'm trying, man. What's your favorite place in the entire world?
France.
I'd say at the kitchen table with the family. I miss it. Who is your best friend? Matt. Well, actually, it's kind of a tie between Matt and Leah now. What do you like about him or her?
Oh, you forgot about me. You didn't even let me answer the last question.
I'm still on the same question. Who's your favorite? Who's your best friend? What do you like? It's like a 2-part question.
Oh.
So I'd say Matt and Leah. And what do you like about him or her? They both listen to me. Rant. I know I can tell both of them anything, and I know they're not gonna go tell anybody else. Cause Leah, I tell you stuff, and I think you're gonna tell Mom, and Mom's like, "Oh, I didn't hear about that. Leah tells me nothing." So, and then Matt forgets things. So, Matt and Leah are both entertaining. Who's your best friend, Grace, and what? And what do you like about them?
Neptune and everything.
Everything. Favorite movie of all time? Why so? Ugh.
Book of Life.
And why?
It's sad.
You
It's sad, romantic.
gonna start crying again? When she watched the Book of Life the other day, she's like, "Oh."
No, that was Elemental.
Yeah, but you also cried the Book of Life when you watched it the other day too. Geez, favorite movie of all time. I know normally everybody would say, "Oh, Tammy's is E.T." But
I got a cat.
Geez.
Baby.
Is E.T. still my favorite movie of all time? I feel like now it would be a hard mix between Top Gun and Armageddon. The soundtracks, guys, the soundtracks. What's your biggest goal in life right now? Make it to heaven, man. I want to be going through those pearly gates. I think about, I just think of all the glory coming from God, man. God and Jesus. Like, that's a goal. I want my family to get there, too. I can't force them, though, to go the same path that I am. What's your biggest goal in life right now? Staying alive?
Yep.
Yeah, staying alive would be great.
I want to at least be 110 years old.
110? Holy shit.
Yes.
I don't know if I want to go to 110.
I want to be an old sucker.
An old sucker? Get off my porch! Like,
the nuns are coming!
what do you think things are going to be like when you're like...
At the nursing homes, they're going to be like, well, I remember Tinder back in my day.
Okay, what do you think things will be like when you're 30?
30? Ooh.
It's just a few years...
If I have kids then, they're going to be like, hey, Mom, what's got?
What?
You don't want to know, Jimmy.
What's what?
Got.
What's that? Game of Thrones?
No.
What? What?
You do not want to know?
Now what? Tell me.
It means big ass. It was like, oh, hey, that girl has a big ass.
I've never heard anybody say that.
It's a newer thing.
Oh my gosh.
It's a newer thing. So many boys keep on saying that to me. They're like, oh, yeah. And just like...
So Grace wants to make it to 110. What is your favorite way to spend a Saturday?
With Neptune. With Neptune, we're doing what we're doing right now.
Out driving with no place to be with the windows rolled down.
Oh, that.
Mm-hmm.
But I would like to go on nighttime walks alone, but you don't.
No. That has nothing.
It's not that you don't trust me, it's just you don't like the thought of me being alone.
You being kidnapped.
Yes.
Do you have any pet peeves?
Yeah.
I think I have a lot. I nitpick a lot. I like things done a certain way. Yeah.
What does that mean?
So, a pet peeve is something that you well, how would you best describe a pet peeve? How would you describe a pet peeve? I know for me, I nitpick. I don't do it as much now, but I still do. I like things a certain way. Like, do I notice pet peeves with Grace? I was Googling. Oh, something that a particular person finds especially annoying.
Oh. Loud chewing and like dead silence. Loud chewing and dead silence.
I find dead silence annoying.
That's awkward.
Things not put away a certain way, I find that annoying.
I don't like it when people move my stuff, like, I'll see my dirty room. I know where absolutely everything is. And if I clean it up, then I'm going to be confused on where everything is.
What was your family like growing up? Mine was, we were always, breakfast, get out, don't come back until we yell out for you or the lights are on or whatever. Family suppers for holidays, so like Easter, Thanksgiving, Christmas, birthdays. Family growing up, we watched a lot of movies. We didn't do trips or stuff like that. I don't know. We were outside all the time. Grace, I could kind of explain hers. Inside. The generation of being indoors. Playing video games. Watching TV. Playing Legos. I feel like David and Grace's childhoods were boring.
They were.
Yeah, they were.
And nowadays I watch Bluey.
Do you still watch Bluey?
Yes.
What were you like as a kid?
A rat. I looked, I smelt, and I acted like a rat. Well, more of a possum.
Grace, talkative, cuddly, a whiner, a complainer, stubborn, lovable, like to explore, playful, grumpy, sleepy. I mean, as a kid, you were a lot of things, man. What do you think I was like as a kid?
Boring.
I was not boring. I was far from boring as a kid.
Boring.
I was always on adventures. I was out in the woods. I was building camps and forts. I was smoking. I was kissing boys. Friggin'.
You were kissing other men?
Getting on city transit with strangers, going to their homes, taking risks, doing things I shouldn't have been doing. My childhood was fun, man. It was like an adventure. Ooh, which reminds me, adventure. Remember that movie, Tommy Tucker and the Time Traveling Stamp or whatever it's called? I was thinking about that a couple weeks ago. I want to watch it. I can't remember the exact name of it. What should I know about you that I'd never think to ask about? Can you not do that?
Do what?
What you're doing right there.
I'm stretching.
That doesn't look like you're stretching.
What do you think about?
I mean, I know you're depressed. I know your mental health stuff. So what's something? What do you want to eat? No, I ask you what you want to eat. What's something I should know about you that would never cross my mind to ask?
If I want a drug?
If you what?
If I want drugs?
I'm not gonna ask if you want drugs. I don't think there's anything that I would want anybody to know, because I've heard people here say, Mom, are you happy? Babe, are you happy? I mean, everybody in this household knows I'm an emotional roller coaster. So, did you or do you have a nickname? What's the story behind it? We've already gone there. Who was your favorite school teacher?
What's heaven?
What teacher's that?
What? Maine.
Oh, your main currently? Okay. Mine was Mr. O'Donnell. I thought he was a cutie back in the day. When I was in grade 8, Mr. O'Donnell was my, I think, homeroom when he taught a few other subjects. But yeah, I had a crush on him, and that's why I liked him. What was the French teacher's name, man? He's always chewing gum. He had nasty breath. Holy shit. And he wore pants too tight and always had his hand in his pocket. What was his name?
Do you want one up there?
Nope. She's fine there, though, I guess. Have you figured out your calling in life? I'm 38. I haven't figured out my calling in life. There's so many times where I've had breakdowns of like, what am I doing here? Like, what's my purpose? I haven't figured that out yet.
Since I overthink too much, I have found it.
So what's your purpose?
Not going to sit on camera.
Really?
Okay, get down, you little rascal. No!
What do you hate most about the dating process? Well, I'm not in the dating process anymore.
Trying to get them.
I can tell you one thing, just based on listening to David and other people. One of the most difficult parts now is people on dating sites are just looking for hookups and that's it. Nobody wants relationships. I mean, the women are always complaining, the men's always complaining. Like, nobody knows how to date. Nobody knows how to, or they don't want to know how to be in a proper relationship. Also, it's been brought up that you don't know if you're actually dating a man or if you're actually dating a woman. So that makes it scary because nobody's really making it clear if people have to be upfront about, what they were born as, what they currently...
Oh, just accidentally pants them.
No.
Stop that.
No, because you could get charged.
What, panting someone?
I mean, you gotta be really careful and on edge of your seat nowadays.
Just rub up on the beans and go... Be like, oh, you're a man. We're done.
And that was it for those questions. Holy crap, we're at our 52. I think we're gonna call this... What? Yeah, what else you want to talk about? What's your purpose in life?
Let's do more questions.
We all have a purpose in life. I just haven't figured mine out.
I'll get to at least an hour.
Most used word. What's my most used word that you noticed?
No.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, what's yours? No.
Actually.
Yeah.
No, it's actually not.
What's yours?
Shut up.
You don't tell me to shut up.
Not you, but at school I say shut up a lot.
How long does it take for you to get ready?
Like 15 minutes.
Me, it depends. If I'm like sitting down doing a video, it takes me a while. But if it's me just, 15, 20 minutes from hair to clothes to skincare and makeup? 15, 20? Do you have much of an ego? I'm not exactly sure what ego really means. No, I'm going to say I don't think so. Do you suck or bite lollipops? Both.
Suck.
Do you talk to yourself?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Do you sing to yourself?
Yes.
Yep. Are you a good singer?
Yes.
No. Biggest fear? Again, family not coming to Christ and losing people for grace. Are you a gossip? Used to be. Try very hard now not to. But if I do talk about other people, I try to keep it minimal and not really talking bad or mean about people.
Yes.
You gossip?
Yes.
Best dramatic movie you've ever seen? The Impossible. Would that be dramatic? Definitely heart-wrenching.
Elemental.
Elemental?
Yeah, with that guy.
Do you like long or short hair? Both.
On other people or on myself?
Can you name all 50 states of America? No.
No.
Favorite school subject? LA. So English language arts.
Art.
Art for Grace. Extrovert or introvert? Mostly introvert. Yeah.
Mix.
Grace is a mix. Have you ever been scuba diving? No. What makes you nervous? People.
Society.
Society, people. Are you scared of the dark?
No.
I'm going to say yes.
I love the dark.
Do you correct people when they make mistakes?
Yes.
For me, it depends.
Yes.
Are you ticklish? Yes.
Depends.
Have you ever started a rumor?
No.
Possibly. Have you ever been in a position of authority? I mean, authority like parental authority, but that's pretty much it. Have you ever drank underage? Yep. You? Have you? You're always home, so I'm gonna
Continue.
say no. Have you ever done drugs? Yeah.
Yes.
When did you do drugs?
My friend offered me a vape once. I tried it. I was just like,
A vape?
Yes.
That's not drugs.
Oh, it's considered.
Who was your first real crush? I'll just say Kyle and leave it at that. Most people know who. Like, if we're talking, like, real crush, Kyle. You?
A guy named William.
A guy named William. How many piercings do you have? Just my one piercing on each ear. Grace, one piercing on each ear. Can you roll your R's? No, I don't think so. How fast can you type? Not fast enough.
I can type at least a paragraph per 2 minutes.
Texting? Yes. Typing takes me a while.
I'm a fast typer.
How fast can you run? Not fast enough.
Depends on if I have motivation or not.
Yeah.
If I have a reason to, I am very, very fast. It also depends on the clothing I'm wearing.
If you are in a bad mood, do you prefer to be alone or be with someone to cheer you up?
Neptune.
When I'm in a bad mood, I don't want to be alone. I want somebody with me, but I want them to be silent.
Lord, where is she?
Who is one person you tell everything to?
Neptune.
Matt. But to be honest, Leah as well, I tell her a lot of things. What kind of parent do you think you'd be? I mean, I've always said I thought I've been a shitty parent.
I would encourage I would be a kind of parent that asks my children about tea, like, not like the drink, but like school drama. And I would also, if they got into a fight, if they had a good reason for it, if they're defending themselves, I would let it off the hook. Knowing when if you had a good reason to.
Have you ever lost someone close to you? Yes.
Yes.
Fave holiday and why? My fave holiday is probably just the whole summer break, because even if we don't do anything as a family, the kids are still around the entire time.
Halloween.
So that's my favorite. Halloween for you? Why? Candy?
Candy, and also I get to go out with friends and dress up without being judged for what I'm dressed up as.
How long is the longest you had feeling for someone? Matt. So 21, 22 years?
William, a year.
Year?
Actually, no, 2.
Would you rather go to the movies or watch movies at home?
Go to movies.
I'd rather watch movies at home. Grace would rather go to the movies, which we are doing this month for 5 Nights at Freddy's. What was the best phase of your life? feel like with that question, people would probably want to like just say something like, oh, like the first year of marriage or something about marriage or whatever. I feel like, I don't know. I don't think I have an answer for that. The best phase of your life. I mean, I do think so far the 30s have been great, or they've been better. Otherwise, I would say my teenage years before moving to Newfoundland. I feel like Grace is still kind of young, so now is the best phase of your life?
Yes.
Good.
It's ever since I cut all my hair off.
Nice. Last movie that made you cry. Okay, for Grace it was Elemental because that's the last one she cried at. What's the last movie that made me cry? Oh, Top Gun Part 2. When Tom Cruise and Val Kilmer finally meet up. Because that was raw emotion. That was raw, real emotion in that scene. That made me cry.
Sticker.
Joe, take it off, please. What are some things you value the most in someone? Trust and loyalty. What's something you value most in someone?
Trust, loyalty, and being truthful.
Yeah. What do you care the most about? I think right now my kids.
Neptune.
My kids and Matt. Have you ever broke someone's heart? Yeah, Matt's.
No.
Has your heart ever been broken?
Yes.
Yep. Would you ever marry someone for their money? No, it wouldn't be worth it. Money doesn't replace feelings or anything like that. What's the worst advice you've ever been given?
Trust people.
To trust people? Who told you to trust people?
My friends.
Really? The worst advice. I mean, I've had people in my ears to leave Matt way back in the day. What's the best advice you've ever been given? I think pray. Grace, what's the best advice you've been given so far?
To love yourself and others.
To what?
To love yourself and others. No matter what they've done.
What's the biggest lie you've told to someone?
You already did this one.
Ooh, if you had an hour left to live, what would you do? Ooh, shit. If you had an hour left to live, what would you do? Because, like, a nuclear bomb's gonna go off or something.
I would say goodbye to all my friends. And in my last final minutes, I would repent for all my sins as much as possible.
Well, why don't you do that now? You don't want to wait till the last minute.
I would continue to.
Yeah.
For things I have already repented for. Can't repent for something once and then automatically be forgiven.
If you had an hour left to live, what would you do? Holy moly. I know I would get a hold of everybody right quick, say I love them. Like all immediate family.
I would run to my friend's house after saying goodbye to you guys.
And then I'd have Matt and the kids sit or stand with me in a big hug and just keep that hug going until the hour's up while praying. All right, Grace, we're at the hour mark. Yeah. Yes, I don't want to do any more questions. That's like 2 hours of questions that we did.
Let's see if you are an injured person.
Wait, you can't have sound. I can get in trouble on YouTube. Was that your stomach? Somebody's stomach is making weird sounds. Anyways, guys, we might be back tomorrow. Either both of us or me, because I do want to dig out some movies to go over the rest of them. God bless. Good night.